हरे कृष्ण। ओम ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। Hare Krishna. So we're discussing the position of the planets, and all these planets. Now we can directly see whatever is given here. It can be directly seen through our eyes. Not only that, we can calculate them also by without any instruments, just by you have very good mathematics. We can calculate. So uh, here we are seeing the movement of sun and then movement of moon. And most important is this is all by Kala Chakra. So what we have to learn from all these things, many things we can learn, but most important thing is there is a time factor that is making everything move, and it is changing things very fast, especially things in our life. So a very short life, and we have very uh, so much to, and we actually feel guilty that why did I waste my life for some trivial things, fight with my family members, and uh, we are wasting our times in dreaming something material, and wasting our time with so much sense gratification. So this is all not, that is when we go with Kala Chakra and see how things are moving, how great things are. So we become little humbled and we try to analyze our life, how it is going and which direction, how we should change it, all these things. So this is a very important lesson to know how insignificant we are. So anyway, I'll share the screen for you. And here is the Shishumar, the position of the stars on Shishumar. Like these are things which are uh, uh, the yogis, when they see from the heavenly planets down towards, not heavenly planets, from Janaloka, Maharloka, when they look down, then they see this Shishumar form. This is a Lord's form on which all the stars and everything is located. For us, we cannot see it. This is actually for the living entities who are above Svargaloka, above Dhruvaloka. When they look down, then they find. So the tail of Shishumara is where Dhruva is located. It's an inverted dolphin. So it is facing down. The tail is the top where Dhruva is located, and all other the what do you say, the planets are stars and planets are located on different parts of the Shishumar planet. So we will not be able to see that form. We have to go above Dhruva Loka to see this form. But anyway, that is given, so we'll try to discuss that, and where the different planets are located, stars are located. And one thing is, no living entity, no, except for humans, other animals and all, they cannot look into sky. They don't lift their head. Only humans can lift their head. Even giraffe, if it is lifting head, it is just for eating. Otherwise, they don't look into the sky. No animal. Any animal you observe, they only look down to eat something. Only humans are given that privilege to look up, and why? So that we will understand that there is something higher, higher truth, and try to aspire for it, which facility is not there for other living entities. So here we are given very special privilege in that way. My network is some issue. I am not able to share the screen, but I will read some of the purports for you. Very interesting. We'll just analyze few of the things and then we will see how we can apply. So here, Sishuman planetary system. We have very less time to meditate on the Lord, and if we are properly meditating, these are the things we can see. If you see this, the size of the universe that is given in Bhagavatam, one universe and our Milky Way galaxy, the size is same only. Means it is coming almost same. So mm, that means something matches in the science. Anyway, the Shishmar Chakra, it is okay. Now I can share the screen for you. So we'll try to. So the body of the Supreme Lord Vishnu, which forms the Shishumara Chakra, is the reciting place of all the demigods and all the stars and planets. One who chants this mantra to worship the Supreme Person 3 times a day, morning, noon, and evening, will surely be free from all sinful reaction. If one simply offers his obeisances to this form, one remembers this form 3 times a day, all his recent sinful activities will be destroyed. See, every time now we'll see in Bhagavatam, one thing is there free from sinful reaction, free from sinful reactions. Whenever they are praying, anytime they are praying, any activity they are doing, spiritual activity, the only thing they want is free from sinful reactions. That means all the conditioning which we have now is because of this activity. So, what is this sinful? Any activity done for our own pleasure. Whenever I say I want, I don't, I like, I don't like, I want, I don't want, it is actually sinful. That is very simple. We have to do what exactly Shastra want. If I am doing anything what I want, it is sinful. And that's why they are saying, okay, we'll be free from sinful reaction. So, and yeah, even for Ekadasiman, every time it is sinful reaction. Why sinful reaction? Because we always are in an emotional state. In emotional state, we always want to do what we like. We don't use intelligence all the time. We are not conscious all the time. That's why Krishna consciousness, even though it looks very simple, it's not simple. Krishna consciousness is 24 hours a day. It is not like other processes in jnana, karma. You know, some day in some part of a day you can be uh, doing the sadhana. And rest of the time, it's okay. You are fine. Bhakti is not like that. Bhakti is 24 hours job. So that's why it's very tough. Always be conscious. Very few personalities we can see around, very great proper disciples. They're 24 by 7 conscious. That is the most difficult thing because they never go with I like, I don't like. That is why they are very exalted. Prabhupada is always conscious. Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur, all the acharyas are 24 by 7 conscious. They are never using their emotions to decide things. That means I like, I don't like. So because of which there is no sinful reaction for them. So when we say devotees don't have karma, why they don't have karma? Because they are not doing anything whimsical. They are just doing what Krishna wants all the time. We may say, Proji, it is not applicable for us. Yes, it is not. So there is some issue with our electricity, so the screen may go down after some time. Yes, it went already. So I'll share some other very important things for you because this is one very important understanding. So it will help all of you. And see what is happening na, in the present society. People are in a very hostile culture. They are running so fast here, there. So what is that means? Our value is our productivity. How much we produce, na, that much people we feel we are valued. Or people when they are taking rest or they're sleeping, it is considered weakness. And what we see that we are work very hard, achieve more success, and then you will be very happy. So that is what is the problem. So yesterday we were discussing na, why the whole society is going with in the Vedic society, why it is Varnashrama so important. This is one of the reasons. Because now the present society is not uh, following the principles, and now it is following the principle is work very hard, get more result, and then you will be happy. So this overwork is actually creating so much problem, and it is the defining religion for now. It is celebrated. If somebody is doing overwork, he is celebrated, and it is the defining religion, especially in Millennium and Gen Zs. And what is happening? There is so much burnout in people. World Health Organization says the stress, mental illness, and especially for it is so much increasing, and especially working professionals, the anxieties, depression, and there is useless work and no unnecessary work. So much people are doing nowadays. So now here very important. You see this culture na, with what presently people are having, it is actually a trap, but it don't look like a trap. Why? It looks like it's a big nice appeal. Uh, why? Every time this one important point I'll share. Every time what people do, they will show that if you work hard things will be in your control. That's how people are seeing nowadays. That is what the perception is. Work very hard, things are in your control. If you don't work hard, then you will lose, you will lose the control. So this type of what do you say, the setup na, that is causing so much trouble to people nowadays. They are not able to understand this nice trap of Maya. So Maya, na, it is showing when it is not able, people are not seeing reality. Why? Because when people are posting what they post, see, I got up at 5 o'clock. I could produce so much. I could achieve so much. This is what that is posted by people. They don't post how much stressful they are, how much in anxiety, depression they are. They don't post these things. So, this is nice trap of mine. You try to understand this. Very interesting concept. What people are promoting, they are not showing how this is Maya. They are showing how it is success. And this is the trick of Maya. Everybody is nicely got. Why Varnashrama is so important? And even now also, if you don't follow any of this system, we will be trapped. I will explain just in few minutes this very interesting concept. Waiting for my Ah. So first thing is your work equals your productivity. And if you are not grinding, someone else is doing it. And another thing is that more work, more success, more happiness. Now, please, this one part you please make attention. Now you see what happens is if you, it feels like empowerment, but this is a trap of Maya. It feels like there is a desire to control. So for that, what do you do? If I work hard, I can control outcomes. Second thing is I desire for identity. That means my achievements define who am I. Second problem is it appeals. So these are our needs. We have a need of control. We have a need of identity. We have a need of belongingness. We need security. We need some meaning in life. So all these five things are nicely taken care by this modern hassle culture. That means run work very hard. So that means I can control things. And my achievements are my identity. Who am I defines my achievements are defined like that. And if I work, that is there is a belongingness, and I belong to a tribe who respects hard workers. So we are hard workers. We are together. So that is my belongingness. And what is my security? If I earn enough, I'll be safe. That is another security. And meaning is and busy, important, meaningful. If you are busy, you feel meaningful in life. So each of these actually is the real need of humans. But we are going for a false solution. Now, this is the genius of Maya. It does not offer something obviously wrong. It offers something that almost works, almost satisfies, almost fulfills, and keep person running almost forever. That is actually how it works. It is almost works, almost satisfies, almost fulfills, and makes us run almost forever. Now, what is the hidden suffering beneath this type of culture which we are having? The hidden suffering is this culture. It people rarely announce the suffering. What they announce their schedules. I woke up at 5 o'clock, and they will share their productivity. They share all these social media. What they share all the good things that they are doing. But underneath that, they never share the chronic anxiety, always behind, always not enough, and comparison addiction, because someone is always doing more than me. Then there is identity fragility. That means when productivity stops, self-worth collapses. If my productivity is gone, that means I don't have any self-worth. That's how. And relationship neglect. No time for genuine connections for people. And physical breakdown. That is body eventually protects. They cannot do it. And spiritual vacuum. All achievements have no meaning only. So this is actually what is happening. So this is the deepest symptom. And people reach their goals, and after reaching they'll feel nothing only. They expect that something will come, but by the time something will come, the next goal is already ready. So now what happens is the three things Krishna tells in Bhagavad Gita. There is a fear that is driving all the people. Most of the people are fear driven nowadays, because not purpose driven, but that is fear driven. No, bhayam dvitiyad abhiniveshatasya. But fear of failure, fear of poverty, fear of judgment, fear of irrelevance, this is actually making people work very hard. So the present society is not towards something; it is away from something. That is from fear. Second is identity. What is that? I am what I produce. That's what people feel. When production stops because of illness, loss, or failure, then the person he completely collapses, because they have confused their doing with their being. Their being is their productivity. That's what. And third problem is delayed happiness. This is another problem. The present culture promises, be miserable now, you'll be happy later. But later never comes. Therefore, they always move. The threshold always moves. So this is the problem with the present society. They are running endlessly towards a horizon that keeps them always away. So anyway, I will. There are some more things to understand in this concept, but we'll come back to our material, our class. This is actually more things are there to be understood from Bhagavad Gita. Also, I will share in the next session. But it's very important that we understand this. I feel that's discussion. If you want, I can share now also. If you are willing to listen that, or we'll go with Bhagavatam only. Okay, we will do this now. My network is working. So, Prabhupada summarizing the entire description of the planetary system of the universe, Vishnu Chakra Thakur says that one who is able to meditate upon this arrangement of Virat Rupa, Vishwarupa, the external body of Supreme Lord, so now all the distances are given here, and I'm sorry, there was some network issue. This is an interesting subject of lower planetary systems. We'll try to understand. This is actually Loka planetary system, which is described here. So below the sun, this is above Earth only. This is all not below there. This is above there. That means below the sun there is Rahu, which moves like one of the stars. The presiding deity of this planet, who is the son of Simhika, is most abominable of all asuras. But although he is completely unfit to assume the position of a demigod or planetary deity, He has achieved that position by the grace of Supreme Lord. Later, I shall speak further about it in the eighth canto. So then comes the sun globe, which is the source of heat, extends 10,000 yojanas. The moon extends 20,000 yojanas. Rahu extends 30,000 yojanas. Formerly, when nectar was being distributed, Rahu tried to create dissension between the sun and moon by interposing himself between them. Rahu is inimical towards the sun, both sun and moon. Therefore, he always tries to cover the sunshine, moonshine, on dark moon day and full moon night. So, this is Vijay Dwaja cites the following quotation: Rahu Soma Ravinam tu Mandala Dvai Guno Kitam. This means the Rahu is twice as large as the moon, which is twice as large as the sun. This is the conclusion of the commentators. So the size of these planets are very difficult to understand. After hearing from after hearing from the sun and moon demigods about Rahu's attack, the Supreme Lord Vishnu engages this known as Sudarshan Chakra to protect them. Sudarshan Chakra is Lord's most beloved devotee and is favored by the Lord. The intense heat of its effulgence meant for killing non-Vaishnavas is unbearable to Rahu and therefore flees in fear of it. During that time, Rahu disturbs the sun or moon. These occur what people commonly known as eclipse. So actually, when they say that moon is reflecting the light of sun and all, it is very difficult to even calculate also like that. This also one of the discussions we'll have maybe Monday to prove what all the things which are not understood by science. They don't have answers for this because the size of sun according to them is so huge, the shadow will not come only. So, but how is the shadow is blocking earth and moon? So it is not possible. Anyway, the Supreme Lord Vishnu is always protected by what they do. They will use some jargon words and try to say this is this phenomena, that phenomena. You cannot verify it. Then they'll introduce some phenomena in between. That is the technique they use. Who is known as demigods, the controlling deities are most obedient to Lord Vishnu, although they also want material sense enjoyment, and that is why they are called demigods. Although Rahu attempts to attack both sun and moon, they are protected by Vishnu. Being very afraid of Lord Vishnu's chakra, Rahu cannot stay in front of sun or moon for more than muhurta, 48 minutes. The phenomena that occurs when Rahu blocks the light of sun and moon is called eclipse. Very interesting. Every time we are not able to see the Sudarshan Chakra, we are able to see the eclipse. And whenever eclipse is happening, the Sudarshan Chakra is coming there. And unfortunately, we don't have the vision to see. The attempt of the scientist of this earth to go to moon is as demonic as Rahu's attack. Of course, their attempts will be failure because no one can enter the moon or sun so easily like the attack of Rahu. Such attempts will certainly be failures. Below Rahu is Siddhaloka, Charanloka, and Vidyardhaloka, 10,000 yojanas. So they are above the earth only. See, just 80,000 miles. And beneath Vidyardhaloka is Charanloka, Siddhaloka in the sky called Antariksha are the place of enjoyment of Yakshas, Rakshasas, Pishachas, ghosts, and so on. Antariksha extends as far as wind blows and clouds flows in the sky. Above that, there is no more air. So below the abode of Yakshas and Rakshas is a distance of 100 yojanas above the earth. If you go 800 miles above the earth, you will get Yakshas and Rakshasas loka. Its upper limit is 100 yojanas is where Hanuman jumped. The Lanka is 100 yojanas and where Rakshasa stays. You see, Hanuman jumped 100 yojanas. And if you jump 100 yojanas up, you get Rakshasa Loka, where Ravana is to stay, Lanka. And this upper limit extends as high as swans, hawks, eagles, and similar large birds can fly. The large birds are not the birds which are there now. My dear king, beneath the earth there are seven other planets known as Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Talatala, Mahatala, Ratatala, Patala. And the width and length of the lower planet system are calculated to the extent of same as those of Earth, that is 1 billion yojanas. And they are called Bilva Sargas. They are very beautiful houses, gardens, place of sense enjoyment, which are even more opulent than those in heavenly planets because the demigods have a very high standard of sense pleasure, wealth, and influence. The demons have very high standard of. So most of the residents of these places who are known as Daityas, Danavas, Nagas live as a householders. Their wives, children, friends, and society are fully engaged in illusory material happiness. The sense enjoyment demigod is sometimes disturbed, but residents of this planet enjoy life without disturbance. Thus, they are understood to be very attached to illusory happiness. Here, now, they also follow some sort of varnashrama. That is also to be known. According to the statement of Prahlad Maharaj, but they are all demonic varnashrama. That means they follow certain systems. Families are there, everything is there, but they don't want Lord. Like presently, we can see the Western civilization. Without God, they want to enjoy, and they are enjoying also. So heaven, lower planets, they'll enjoy more like that. Metal enjoyment is Maya Sukha, illusory enjoyment. A Vaishnava is full of anxiety for the deliverance of living entities from false pleasure. Prahlad Maharaj says, Maya Sukhaya Baramud Bhato Vimudha. So those fools are engaged in material happiness, which is surely temporary. That means, can you imagine how many unlimited living entities are there who are enjoying the pleasures of lower planetary systems? Unlimited living entities are enjoying, whether in the heavenly planets, the lower planets, or the earthly planets. People are engrossed in temporary material happiness, forgetting that in due course of time they have to change their bodies according to the material laws and suffer the repetition of birth and death. Not caring what will happen in the next body, gross materialistics are simply busy enjoying during the present short span of life. A Vaishnava is always anxiety to give all such bewildered materialistic the real happiness of spiritual bliss. So here, my dear king, in the imitation heavens known as Bilosargas, there is a great demon Mayadanava, who is an expert artist and architect. He has constructed many brilliantly decorated cities. There are many wonderful houses, walls, gates, assembly houses, temples, yards, and temple compounds, as well as many hotels serving as residential quarters for foreigners. The houses for the leaders of these planets are constructed with most valuable jewels, and they are always crowded with living entities known as Nagas, Asuras, as well as many pigeons, parrots, and similar birds. All in all, these imitation heavenly cities are most beautifully situated and attractively decorated. Prabhupada is not giving any purport for it. But they must be like we can imagine very opulent city in the night time. Nighttime cities are very active with all electricity and all. So this electricity and all this technology, that is so much advanced in lower planetary systems. Our networks, mobiles, so all these things, these technologies are from lower planetary systems only. They are already using it. We get it from there only. Some asuras will come and do it here. The parks and gardens in the artificial heavens surpass in beauty those of the upper heavenly planets. The trees in those gardens, embraced by creepers, bend with heavy burden of twigs, with fruits and flowers, and therefore they appear extraordinarily beautiful. So they don't need sun and moon to grow there. So they have their own technology to make all these things. So we don't know how it works, but it works. That beauty could attract anyone and make his mind fully blossom in pleasure of sense gratification. There are many lakes and reservoirs with clear, transparent water agitated by jumping fish and decorated with many flowers such as lilies, puvalayas, kaharas, and blue and red lotuses. Pairs of chakravakas and many other birds nest in the lake and always enjoy in a happy mood, making sweet, pleasing vibrations that are very satisfying and conducive to enjoyment of senses. Wow. Such is the Since there is no sunshine in those subterranean planets, time is not divided into day and night, and consequently, fear produced by time does not exist. So they don't have any day and night. Everything is night only for them. Many great serpents reside there with germs on their hoods and effulgent, and their germs dissipate darkness in all directions. Apart from the germs, they have other technology for lights like electricity and all. Since the residents of this planet drink and bathe in juices and auxiliaries made from wonderful herbs, they are free from all anxiety and physical diseases. They have no experience of gray hair, wrinkles, or invalidity. Their bodily lustre do not fade. Their does not cause a bad perspiration, does not cause a bad smell, and they are not troubled by fatigue or by lack of energy or enthusiasm due to old age. See here now, they they have the credit of pious credits are there, but they want to enjoy in a rajoguna tamoguna way. Like say we discussed this also. If we get 1 lakh rupees and we are told, okay, in 3 days you enjoy this 1 lakh rupees, you can spend. So now people in Sattuguna, they will say, okay, let us go to Vrindavan and visit all the dhams. Book a traveler, we'll visit all the Char Dham Yatra, Vrindavan, all the holy places, all the pastime places in Vrindavan. Somebody in Satvik, he may go to some hill station. Somebody is Rajasik, he will want to go to some other ways to enjoy. Tamoguna, he want to go clubs and parties and he want to spend money. So this is how you can enjoy based on the taste we have. So these people, they are all demonic mentality in the sense they are not going with the pleasure of Lord. At least in heavenly planets, they are enjoying, but they accept the authority of Supreme Lord and enjoy. So now you will go to some elite families. Like in India, we have this mm, Ambani family. They are very rich. They are enjoying, but they are very God conscious. If they have any function and all, they give so much charity to the temples and they perform rituals properly. So they are enjoying, but how they are enjoying? They are accepting the authority of Lord. So heavenly planets, you can think like that. They enjoy, but they have all the uh, in in accordance with the Lord. And then there are other people who are enjoying. They are equally opulent like them, but they are not interested in God. They are interested only in some sort of pleasures in this world. They are going parties, drinking, dancing, this, that. So both are enjoying, but you can see the difference based on the taste. You will never find Ambani people having a alcohol party and all. They will not do it. They are pious people. They are enjoying. They'll enjoy some other type of beverages. I am not telling they will not enjoy, but they enjoy in a different way. That means it is based on the taste they have. That's the point. So here, these people they have a different taste of enjoyment to facilitate that because in this creation there are three modes. So according to the modes, the enjoyment is changing. So there are people with pious credits but passionate mode. They should also give and be facilities. So he said, okay, okay, go down, go to below Sargas and enjoy. That is all. They live very auspiciously and do not fear death for anything but death's established time, which is the effulgence of Sudan Chakra of Supreme Lord. And Prabhupada, and this is the defect of metal existence. Everything in the subterranean heaven is very nicely arranged. There are well situated residential quarters. There is pleasing atmosphere, and there are all There are no bodily inconvenience or mental anxieties, but nevertheless, those who live there have to take another birth according to karma. Persons whose minds are dull cannot understand the defeat of materialistic civilization, aiming at material comforts. One may make this his living condition very pleasing for senses, but despite all favorable conditions, one must in due course of time meet death. The members of demonic civilization endeavor to make their living condition very comfortable, but they cannot check death. The influence of Sudarshan Chakra will not allow their so-called material happiness to endure. And we can see that some of these big scientists, na, Darwin, Karl Marx, Sigmund Freud, all these people, na, they are from the lower planetary systems only. They they have created all these laws. They come from there after they finish their credits in the lower planetary systems. They'll come up and then they create all these big demoniac rules in the before Copernicus, na, the life of people was God centered, and but after that, na, it became self centered. So this is where the problem started. As long as all the people, the whole earth was like that. People, whichever civilization were there, they were God centered civilizations only, most of them. But slowly, when this, of course, sometimes Roman Empire, this, that we can see, but some God centeredness was there. But after the dark ages, after the industrial revolution, slowly everything changed. And how did it change? Because the demons from the lower planetary system, they come and they are actually changing all the rules here. Because the demons in the lower planetary system, they perform austerities to be taken to get birth in Brahman families on earth. That is, for some time they'll come as Brahmanas. So this is also one of the things. So they are it is actually given also. In Kali Yuga, Brahmana demons come in the families of Brahmanas, and they create all these rules. The whole society, now without Brahmanas contamination, society will not get damaged. Only Brahmanas can contaminate maximum, not everyone, because they have intelligence. Shringi gave curse to Parikshit Maharaj, and after that, because nobody can give curse to Parikshit Maharaj, only Brahmana can do it, and that means Brahmana should degrade. So the demons, they targeted Brahmanas first. And once the head is gone, the whole body collapses. So here the whole system was damaged like that by attacking the Brahmanas. And when Prabhupada went to West, he said, I want to create Brahmanas because there is no head only now. Brahmanas are contaminated. So Prabhupada's mission was to create Brahmanas. That is head, who can think, who can understand based on the scriptures and who can guide the society properly. When the Sudarshan Dik enters their provinces, the pregnant wives of the demons all have miscarriages due to fear of its effulgence. And then, my dear king, now I shall describe to you the lower planet systems one by one, beginning with Atala. In Atala, there is a demon, the son of Maidana, named Bala, who created 96 kind of mystic powers. Some so-called yogis and swamis take advantage of this mystic power to cheat people even today. You see, they have sometimes they come up and they use this to cheat people of this present of earthly planets. Simply by yawning, the demon created three kinds of women, known as Swairini, Kamini, and Pumchali. These Swairini like to marry men from their own group. The Kamini marry men from another group, Pumchali change husband one after another. If a man enters the planet of Atala, these women immediately capture him and induce him to drink an intoxicating beverage made with a drug known as Ataka, cannabis indica. This intoxicant endows the man with great sexual powers, of which the women take advantage for enjoyment. A woman will enhance him with attractive glances, intimate words, smiles of love, and then embrace him. In this way, induces him for enjoying sex with her to her full satisfaction. Because of this increased sexual power, a man thinks himself strong than 10,000 elephants and considers himself most perfect. Indeed, illusioned and intoxicated of false pride, he thinks himself God, ignoring the impending death. Prabhupada did not write any purport on this. He didn't feel it is. The next planet is Atala. Below Atala is Vitala, wherein Lord Shiva is known as the master of three of gold mines, lives with his personal associates, ghosts, and similar living entities. Shiva is the progenitor engaging in sex with Bhavani, the progenitors to produce living entities, and from the mixture of their vital fluid, the river named Hataki is generated. When fire being made to blaze by the wind drinks of the river and then sizzle and spirit it out. It produces gold called Hataka. The demons who live on this planet with their wives decorate themselves with various ornaments made from that gold. Thus, they live there very happily. Prabhupada is telling here, it appears that when Bhavani, Shiva and his wife unite sexually, the emulsification of their secretion creates a chemical which, when heated by fire, can produce gold. It is said that the alchemists of the medieval age tried to produce gold from base metal. Sanatan Goswami also states that when bell metal is treated with mercury, it produces gold. Sanatan Goswami mentions this in regard to the initiation of low class men to turn into Brahmanas. यदा कञ्चनतां याति कामस्यं रसविदानतः तदा धासि विदानेन विजत्वं जायते नृणाम्. So, the International Society for Krishna Consciousness is trying to turn Mechas and Yavanas into Brahmanas. So this is the purpose of initiation. I told no Prabhupada mentioned here. And stopping them from eating, meat eating, intoxication, illicit and gambling. One who stops these four principles of sinful life and chant Hare Krishna certainly becomes a bona fide initiate, a Brahman, pure Brahman. As from this, if one takes a hint from this verse and learns how to mix mercury with bell metal, by properly heating and melting them, one can get gold very cheaply. The alchemists of the medieval age tried to manufacture gold, but they are unsuccessful perhaps because they did not follow the right instructions. Because Prabhupada is also a chemist, he knows all these things. Below Vitala is Sutala, where Maharaj Virochana, Bali Maharaj, son of Bali Maharaj, is staying at Sutala. For the welfare of Indra, king of heaven, Lord Vishnu appeared in the form of God Brahmana as the son of Aditi and tricked Bali Maharaj for begging for only three places of land. But taking all the three worlds, being very pleased with Bali Maharaj for giving all his possession, Lord turned his kingdom and made him richer than an opulent King Indra. Even now, Bali Maharaj engaged in devotional service to Supreme Lord in Sutala. So this is Bali Maharaj did not become poor by donating all his possessions. He became successful devotee and got everything back. So by giving, we will never lose anything. They will get their wealth back with the blessings of Lord. On the other side, those who collect contribution on behalf of ISKCON should be very careful not to use even a farthing of collection for any purpose other than transcendental loving service of Lord. King Bali donated all his possessions to Vamandev, but one should certainly not include that he achieved his great worldly opulence in Bilva Sarga as a result of this charitable disposition. It is not because of that. Supreme Lord is the source of life for all living entities, lives within everyone as friendly super soul, and understands his direction of living entities, enjoy or suffer in material world. Actually, opulence is not always blessing. So here it became blessing for Bali Maharaj because he is a devotee. Greatly appreciating the transcendental qualities of Bali Maharaj, offered everything to his feet. His purpose, however, was not to gain anything material but to become pure devotee. For pure devotee, the door of liberation is automatically open. One should not think that Bali Maharaj was given so much material bliss merely because of his charity. When one becomes a pure devotee in love, he may also be blessed with good material position by the will of Lord. However, one should not mistakenly think that material opulence of devotee is the result of his devotional service. The result of devotional service is awakening of pure love to the Supreme Lord, which continues under all circumstances. If one who is embraced by hunger, who falls down or stumbles, chant the holy name of the Lord, even once, willingly or unwillingly, is immediately free from the reactions of past deeds, karma. Entangled in material activities, faces many difficulties in the practice of mystic yoga and other endeavors to achieve that same freedom. So this is nice purport. Prabhupada says, if it is not a fact that one has to offer his material possessions to Supreme Lord and be liberated before he can engage devotional service. No, it's not like that. A devotee automatically attains liberation without separate endeavor. That means just be devotee or liberated. Bali Maharaj did not get back all material places merely because of his charity. One who becomes a devotee free from material desires and motives regards all opportunity, both material and spiritual, as benedictions from the Lord, and in this way, service to Lord is never hampered. Bhukti Mukti, these two things are not needed. Mukti Swayam Mukalitanjali Sevate Smin. So Haridas Thakur confirms this effect. He says, Keha bole nama haite haya papa kshaya. Keha bole nama haite jivera moksha haya. Some say that by chanting the holy name of Lord, one is free from all reactions of sinful life, and others say that by chanting the holy name, the Lord, one attains liberation from material bondage. हरिदास कहे बट हरिदास ना मेरा एक दुई पहलनय ना मेरा पहले कृष्ण पद प्रेम उपाजय. Haridas Thakur, however, said that the desired results of chanting holy name of Lord is not that one is liberated from material bondage or free from reactions of sinful life. The actual result of chanting the holy name of Lord is that one awakens in dormant Krishna consciousness. Anu संगीक फल नामेरा मुक्ति पाप नाश ताहार दृष्टांतये Suryera Prakasha. Haridas Thakur said that liberation and freedom from reactions of sinful activities are only byproduct of chanting. If one chants the holy name of Lord purely, he attains platform of loving devotional service. In this regard, Haridas Thakur gave example. ये श्लोकेर अर्थ करा पढ़े दरगण सब कहे तुम्हार कहा रथ विवरण. He placed a verse before all the learned scholars present, but the learned scholar asked him to state the purpose of the verse. Haridas kahe yaiche suryera udayana haite aramba tamara hayakshaya. Haridas Thakur said, as the sun begins to rise, it dissipates the darkness of night, even before sunshine is visible. So this is going to come in the next chapter, next chapter only. It will, first sixth canto, first chapter. It is going to. चौर प्रेत चौर प्रेत राक्षसादिर हय हय नाश उदया हैल धर्म कर्म आदि प्रकाश. Before the sunrise even takes place, light of dawn destroy the fear of dangers of light, such as disturbance of thieves, ghosts, and rakshasas, and sunshine actually appears when engaged in his duties. So this is all to prove how holy name is powerful. Eche namo dhayarambe papa adare kshaya udaya kaila krishna pade aya premodaya. Similarly, even before when chanting the holy name of the holy name is pure, one is free from all sinful reactions, and when he chants purely, he becomes a lover of Krishna. मुक्ति उच्चा फलहय नामाभासहैते ये मुक्ति भक्ति नालये से Krishna chahe dite. A devotee never accesses mukti even if Krishna offers mukti. Freedom from all sinful reactions is obtained even by namabhasa or a glimpse of light of the holy name before it fully light is perfectly visible. So Namabhasa stage is in between Namaprad or the chanting of the holy name with offenses and pure chanting. Three stages: Namaprad, Namabhasa, and Shuddha Nam. So about Bali Maharaj only so much is there. Supreme Lord who is situated in everyone's heart as super soul shells himself to devotees such as Narada Muni. In other words, Lord gives pure love to such devotees and gives himself to those who love him purely. Great self-realized mystic yogis such as four Kumaras are also derive great transcendental bliss from realizing the super soul within. So Lord became the doorkeeper. We'll complete Bali Maharaj and then we'll go together. Okay, we will do it tomorrow on Monday then. Thank you all very much. Any questions, comments? Yeah.